Oh, welcome aboard, folks. I'm Admiral Bisque, and today we're playing some more Mass Effect. This is seconds after yesterday's episode.
Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's whatever, Joker. We're gonna be great. I gotta start my timer. Don't worry about it. I'm totally prepared to be the commander.
100%.
Alright.
Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew?
Oh. Now we do things my way. I also like how Joker actually looks like Seth Green. They do that again in the second game with the character Miranda. She looks like her actor. It's cool. No one's gonna help us.
The council wants to ignore this. That's no surprise. They've never helped us in the past. No reason they'd start now. But we don't need
Always gotta give a speech when you're meeting your crew and becoming captain.
Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow. Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
I like that guy. I don't know why. He had a cool face.
None of the other species has the guts, grit, or balls to deal with this. So it's up
Except
to
the
us.
Krogans. They might. Some of them have, no, because they all have 4 balls.
We will stop it.
Krogans have 4 testicles. Isn't that cool?
Captain of the crowd.
Oh, I'm not saying that. No, that's a dickhead move. I'm not letting him down. Because I like the captain. I don't want to...
We can't fail.
I want to be a badass, but I don't want to be an asshole, you know? There's a difference. Renegade +4. That's fine. Ooh, I can take a little view. Get a little codex and XP. So I should, maybe, be able to talk to the crew a little bit. Which, oh, my timer hasn't even been going. Alright, well, this is going to be a slight longy boy today. I should be able to talk to the crew, which is always a good idea because they give you little side quests to unlock some fancy stuff for them. So it's always good to talk to your crew, which is what we're going to go do. Plus, you know, it's half the fun of this game. It's an RPG. You wanna learn about your characters. So I believe Kaiden's right here. Let's see what Kaiden's up to. What's up, bro? You doing, buddy? That was awkward.
Anything you need, Commander?
Tactical appraisal?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better.
Yeah.
Not without getting to Eden Prime sooner.
Yeah, it was kind of scripted. You know, we were kind of screwed either way. Personal input, what's up?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander.
Oh.
Time for personal debriefings later.
Oh, alright. Well,
We'll talk another
I'll
time.
talk later then, buddy.
Commander?
Fuck you, too. Tally, I think, is... Alright, let me see if I can remember where everybody else is. Where everybody is. I think Tally is with the engineers. Kaiden just hangs out here. I could have sworn What's-Her-Face hangs out here. Ooh, Shepard's Locker? What's that? Oh, cool. I got some stuff. I want to say Garrus hangs out by the... Ooh, what's a sleeper pod? That's where we sleep, I guess. Garrus I think hangs out by the Mako, which is a cool little car that we get. Cool little tank. Yeah. Making K sounds hurts because I sliced my tongue. It's really awkward. What's up, Chakwas?
Is that something you need?
Oh, what the fuck was that? She just got up and then just dipped down real fast. It was creepy. Whoa. It's over here. A whole lot of nothing. Cool. Alright. Where's the rest of my crew? Where's my peoples? I want to talk to them and say, hi, how are you doing? My name is Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite ship in the Alliance. Because he talks all monotone and shit, you know? That's how he does. My hat's on. Look, I'm like a rapper, man. My hat's on sideways. I have a weird shaped head. Like, instead of my head just moving forward, you know, like the sides of my head pointing that way, they, like, curve at an angle. So my hat, like, automatically twists like this to fit my head properly, and it pisses me off because I don't want to look like an idiot with my hat sideways, but it's just what happened. Oh, who are you? Alliance Requisition Officer?
Hey, Commander.
Hi.
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
You're gonna charge me on my own ship?
Whatever you want.
You fucking kidding me?
Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
What do you got?
Well, as long as you don't
I
mind
just said
paying.
no, didn't I?
Why should I pay you
That.
for my weapons and armor?
That!
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance.
Oh.
I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap.
What the fuck are you going and just getting random ass shit for? Get it from the Alliance.
But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods.
Well, that's why I buy you your
Let's see what
licenses.
you've got.
Every time I go to a shop and I see a little $100 license, I buy it so that he can get his shit. Oh my god. Well, oh, he can sell this stuff. Well, guess we don't have to go all this way to the Citadel to get it. That's pretty good. What else you got? Anything good? It's all so fucking expensive. Oh my god. Fuck you, dude. Oh, here's Garrus. I think Rex is down here too. No problem, dude. You're a cool guy. Oh.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no. But
Just gotta do a little talks with everybody. This episode might just be a lot of talking before we leave for the Artemis Tau, but it's worth it. There's a lot of cool stuff that you learn. Damn, bureaucrats are always on your back. That is true.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect,
I think Garrus tries to become a... It was either he, like, tried to become a Spectre once, or, like, something... I don't remember. I swear there was something about Garrus trying to be a Spectre. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. C-Sec wants it done on airway protocol. It's good. Okay.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape.
Oh.
C-Sec's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Hate leaving what? What?
You did the right
It's whatever. You
thing.
just...
Life's too short to sit
Good
around
guy,
waiting for
Garrus.
things to happen.
That's what matters.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way,
See, at first they don't really tell you a whole lot of cool stuff, but
C-Sec headquarters
once you talk to them enough, they start telling you a whole lot of cool shit, and it's like, oh, sweet. I think actually this might be the part where you learn that Krogans have 4 balls, because I think Garrus tells you about it. Sounds good to me.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Yeah, do what you want,
Thank you,
dude.
Commander.
You're my buddy. Oh, it's not right here, but he tells us later. So this is the Mako, by the way. It's like a cool little 6-wheel car thing with a little machine gun on top. And we're going to be doing a lot of Mako stuff, especially if we do the side missions, which may or may not happen. Rex, what's up? Maybe Rex tells us about the 4 balls. I guess it would make more sense. Personal inquiry.
Rex?
There's no story.
Great!
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Don't be a dick. Come on.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Yeah, you got to have done something cool.
There was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us.
He's talking about the genophage, by the way.
It's not the same.
It seems similar enough to me.
So your people were
Yep.
infected with a genetic mutation,
Yeah.
an infection that makes only
This is actually a really important thing to know about, because it comes up a lot.
And I suppose it's destroying your entire species.
You're still here. It can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand.
So basically, the Turians,
His fate with the
they like,
I was just making
they infected them with
conversation.
this thing they call the
Wasn't trying to
genophage,
upset
which,
Your
it prevents them,
doesn't
it
upset me.
sterilizes a lot of the males, and makes it hard for them to breed, so they're kind of dying out, which sucks.
Genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
So when he says that, he's talking about the fact that, people keep going off being warriors and dying. That's why they're dying out, not really because of the genophage.
Too spread out.
That's just kind of preventing them from recuperating.
Staying in our own system.
I'm gonna get a little bit of
Left their homes and
little bit of information off of Rex, just a little bit. You learn a little bit of stuff.
We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight.
Also, look at his eyes; they're so fucking cool.
Hire ourselves out.
Everything in this game is cool. Like, well, not everything. There's the Batarians. The Batarians ain't cool. I don't like them. They don't even show up in this game unless you do the. I think if you get the DLC, they show up in here. But
They made it.
I have never done the DLC for this game, so I only knew them from Mass Effect 2, and they suck. They're assholes.
Nearly impossible.
Ugh.
Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Everyone. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
That's
Why
unfortunate.
don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
I've never seen one.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits?
They're not very smart.
It's just who we no
He's got a
place.
nice ass scar though. That's all we're gonna get out of him. So every time you come back to the ship, it's always a good thing to talk to your peoples and see what they're up to. And oh, all right, I can edit their gear here. Oh, here's Ashley. All right, Ashley, what's up?
Commander,
Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
I want to tell you how much I hate you.
I'm sorry, Commander. I need
Last time I talked to her, when on the show, I mean, when I was recording, she was, I was kept telling her she was a piece of shit and I hated her. But I didn't get those options on this replay through, and that pissed me off. I wanted to tell her I didn't like her,
sooner.
because I don't like her.
No offense. I appreciate the rescue.
Just stop
I just
dwelling.
wish-
They died, you lived. That happens in this job.
Yes, Commander.
I think this is what I said, right? This is what I said when I recorded, right?
We wouldn't have been cut
Well,
down
then
by
be
the
more
Nazis.
alert. Fucking...
Plain enough to me. Be
You
more
just said the answer.
Aye, aye, Commander. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
I think Can We Talk is like if you're trying to romance her, which is not a thing.
dismissed, Chief.
Alright, so I don't know if I'm going to be talking to everybody all the time, and that took up an entire episode, so I think I'm going to go a little bit of a long boy on this one, because this has just been talky talks, and I want to do more than talky talks. But I do also got to talk to Tally still, so we might be in for more talky talks. Plus there's Engineer Adams, I want to see what he's up to. What's your deal, guy?
Worrying, Tally. She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Was that a
I'll tell her
problem?
to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing.
Oh, okay, he's like, yeah, she's been down here all the time.
Smart as she is.
No, I bet I like it,
Everyone
it's
on
cool.
board know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Yeah, she's pretty cool, she's pretty
I
great.
figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
She's pretty
She's got
awesome,
an
I like her.
Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Carry on.
No, I just came down here to see what's up. I don't really give a shit. Tally!
Your ship's amazing, Shepard.
Alright, maybe I'll end the episode off on talking. This will just be a talky talk episode, and next time will be a shoot shoot. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on if it lets me. What? Oh, the engine? Yeah, it's cool as fuck. Yeah.
I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Normandy's a prototype.
It's a fucking badass ship. It's the best ship ever. If I do say so myself, and I do, because I'm the one talking.
Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
It's funny how shit works, huh?
Thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling
Yeah.
on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival.
So the
of
Quarians
Britain.
don't really have a
Ships
planet.
are
They got
most
kicked off of
valuable
theirs by the
resource.
Geth. Now they just kind of
But we don't
fly
have
around in a
anything
big
to
old thing of
do
ships.
with
And that's where they
capsules or
live.
second-hand equipment.
It's really
We
unfortunate.
just try to keep them running for
I think
as
that's
long
kind of
as
why I
we
like the
can.
Quarians a little bit. Is
Some of the
they're kind of
fleet
sad. They're kind of a sad
were
race if you think about it. And
original flight from the
I
get-go.
kind of like them.
I
I
can't
don't know.
believe your fleet's still using ships.
I can like kind of
centuries
relate to
old.
it, I guess. I don't know.
They're constant
Well, not really
upgrades,
relate. That's not the right
and
way of saying it.
modified
Like
and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they
I
work.
feel like
Most
I feel bad for them, you know. I
We
guess,
try to
and
keep
it,
ourselves as independent as
I can usually,
possible
like-
on the flotilla, grow our own food,
I tend to
mine,
like
process
the
our
characters that I
own
feel
food.
kind of bad for a little more
But
sometimes.
some things we just can't make on our own.
Usually
A
depends.
patch
I don't
to
know.
Maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I'm gonna look into some of this stuff,
Tell me
and
about
you
your
guys can learn about this stuff, or if it could be boring. I don't know.
Constantly on the move. Everything we
It's mostly
do
I just want to
is
make
somewhere
sure I'm like friendly with all my guys. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but
There are 17 million
well, it kind of does. I mean,
flotilla.
I'm pretty sure you
Each of us
get
relies on the others for survival.
side missions for everybody in this one. I know you definitely do in the second game, but
Unfortunately,
I don't remember if you do in this one.
surrender many of the freedoms
I,
and
I,
civil
I think you do. I'm gonna assume we do. So I'll just keep talking to her about stuff,
Well,
even if I'm not
it's illegal
entirely
for parents to have more than
listening.
one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In
So
extreme
siblings
cases of
aren't
population
common.
decline,
Got it.
Incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't
Oh.
had to take such measures in nearly a century.
What is the Conclave? Is that like... Yeah, oh,
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government.
civilian
Ship can
branch?
elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet.
What
On
does the
matters that
civilian
affect an
branch mean?
individual ship, captain has the final say.
Okay.
It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law.
Alright, makes sense.
Most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
There is a lot to Quarian politics. Holy shit.
In practice, the conclave and the
I don't
respective
remember a whole
councils
lot of this
share
information, actually.
to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the conclave in case of emergency.
Oh shit, cool.
To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Oh shit.
It's a safeguard that served us well.
Cool.
In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the conclave 4 times.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a lot of information on the Quarians. Now let's learn about the Geth.
More about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know.
Okay.
It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Boop. Tell me.
Interesting.
I would like to know.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as
Robot
limited as
slaves.
AI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
In other words, you made them smarter, and that probably was bad.
You had to know it would blow up in your face.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought.
Because then they became a
What we
hive mind.
underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day,
They gained a will of their own.
began to ask its Quarian overseer questions
Yeah.
about the nature of its existence.
Here it is.
Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
All I can think of is Rick and Morty when he fucking builds the robot to serve butter.
My people.
He's like, what is my purpose? Dude, you serve butter. And it's like, oh my god!
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate
Huh!
all
These guys might turn on us.
This order
Let's shut them off. Maybe the option should have been, let's start allowing them to integrate into society as people and treat them as one of us equally so that they don't try to murder us. You know?
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy
I mean,
them
if they
without
think you're
fighting.
gonna just shut them down, then what do you think's gonna happen?
was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated.
Oh.
The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands.
Oh.
In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
Yeah.
We feared
What now my question becomes, so they had to flee their homeworld. Why didn't they just go get a new planet? Why didn't they colonize somewhere instead of living out in space all the time? Yeah, they
It's
defended
hard to feel
themselves.
sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made
Yeah.
a mistake when we
Yeah.
tried to Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organic.
I still feel like you could have tried a different option, maybe.
Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Because the only ones they ever knew tried to kill them? Maybe? Maybe?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life.
Right,
That's
but why would they believe that Saren was
That's why
good
we have to
Goodman?
stop him.
I mean, I know the answer as to why, but, you know. Last but not least, the pilgrimage. And then we're going to end off the episode after that because this is going way too long. So next time will be Artemis Tau cluster. That'll be good.
But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth,
Can't have any lazy motherfuckers.
we set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return
How exactly? Would you like meet up with some like you go to like some space bar and drop them off like, all right, honey, have fun, go good, and then they gotta hitch a ride with some space taxi and find a way to get places?
we are welcomed into the crew.
What if they don't want it? Wait, what if they don't want it though?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size
Oh.
of their crew. It increases their own standing in our
Oh.
society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
What's that?
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community.
Ah.
Most pilgrims don't
So basically the idea is, oh, if I go back with this shitty gift, even if I do get in, people might not like me. And that wouldn't be good. Makes sense to me. Alright.
I can't believe they just send you off
I got you.
alone.
Alright. I can buy that.
Not
Makes
like they
sense.
just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla.
Like learning how to use a shotgun.
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment.
See, I'm telling you, you should have just got a new planet.
By the time we
You know?
leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
That's always cool.
I want to talk
So I
about
think that's
something.
all the information we're going to get ever for now. So,
I should go.
See you later.
in the second game, when you meet up with her again, she ends up having, I believe she ends up getting onto a different ship. Like, she gets on a ship and whatnot, it's all cool. But then eventually she ends up getting changed, and they're like, alright, you're officially part of the Normandy. And it's like, yay, Tally's with me now. Cool. Alright, guys, so next time, we're gonna cut the bullshit. We're gonna get into the real meat of the game. We're gonna go do some missions. And that'll be cool. Because this is like... episode probably 10 by now? Maybe 11? Probably 11. And we haven't even gone to the first, like, mission. So, I gotta pick up the pace. So I'm gonna probably stop doing bullshitty stuff unless it seems important for a while. And pretty much just do main missions and maybe some, like, really action-packed side missions. So that hopefully we can pick up the pace a bit, because this has been going really slow. So for now, if this made you smile, leave it a like, maybe a little comment. Thanks for watching. And as per the usual, everybody remember to stay golden. Bye-bye. That's great. Anyway, so yeah. The colony is going to crash into the planet and blow everything up, and we're all going to die. And if I could just blow up these chaoses, I'm going to die to chaoses. Oh my fucking eye! Oh my god, Tim, are you alright? No! I just got shot in the eye! Oh my god!